at this time. It is very clear if you look at the population that came out. It is very clear, as you said, things are coming to normal. Is it not high time we talk more on this? We look at this theme that was given, that youth are the heart of great hopes for a united, stable, and prosperous Cameroon. Now, the president said he has given the youth that this country is in their hands, and they demonstrated it yesterday to the fullest. The population that came out, especially in Buea and the environs, is a proof that the youth have decided to take this country to their hands.
You know, people only take interest to stating in this country these days based on economic interest. Anybody you saw at the grandstand had two objectives,
Okay.
especially for those who are above 25. Either
Patriotism.
somebody somewhere have promised them a 2,000, 5,000 francs for matching, including the journalists. I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just trying to tell you how Cameroonians are thinking these days. Or there was a buffet to take place at Mountain Hotel, another one at the council or Soviet school. That is what was in the mind of those who were, you call they were flooded, but it doesn't compare to the number it used to be. To tell you that commemorating a day does not require economic or intestine benefits.
But don't you
It
call
has
it
to do with
celebration?
patriotism.
Yeah.
And the question you're asking has to do with patriotism.
Yes.
Before you say, I said that everything has come back to normal. Since the last program I attended, I've been telling you that the window dressing solution or monologue they did in Yaoundé is not working on the Anglophones. What we are doing here, we have learned to live with stitches. So anybody now know when to cover the wound and when to open. That's just what is happening. So what happened yesterday, where the official had to abandon children under poor weather condition, is a symptom of why the Anglophone are complaining. Even just by culture, you should know that you cannot allow your children under rain. I mean, just by like reflex. But if it's normal to a governor or to administrative, because I did not see any. Now, I don't want to hear anybody who was in that grandstand make as if it's not part of what happened, because you had the possibility to get up and say that you are against this march pass. So you sat there taking your picture just to go and write in WhatsApp group that you were not okay. No, please, we have to stop this kind of rigmarole. Let's assume our responsibility. I would have preferred that the news should report that there was somebody on the grandstand who was so uncomfortable and had to obstruct the march pass. Yes, that is in prison now. Let me see how the whole town will not mobilize to go and free him. But people of interest sat there calculating their different interests, and at the end of the day saw somebody who is their scapegoat, the governor. No, it's too easy to say that as the crisis is going on, they are equally diverting and distracting bona fide Anglophone from their own very culture that they claim to be fighting. So many people have drifted so far away, and they are distracted into some kind of luxurious things that are visible only to the eye, nothing with the spirit. What happened yesterday, Mr. Moderator, we shouldn't wave over it. We should take this opportunity again and give the possibility that were available for the authority that be. They could have suspended for some time. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Because the rain had the possibility. If it was falling more than the intensity that permitted those students to be passing, they would have halted the process. And it will not shock anybody around the world that rain have halted. Is it one thing, one or two things that rain have imposed itself? So please, then the Bakwere traditional rulers that were there, who will have heard sometime that they used to burn rain. What happened yesterday? Are they complices? Because if they have burned rain during some edition of the mountain race,
yes,
we were expecting that yesterday they should not allow their children
But it couldn't have been that spontaneous.
I don't know how they do it, but they knew that that day was a big day and that they should not disgrace the authority. Because they also have, I'm telling you that this thing has a commission. It has commission and budget. Millions. We are not talking about chicken change here. Everybody will have played his role. I'm bringing the mystical part because we are in an African culture and it has been said time and again that they are good at catching the rain and blocking and burning. So those practices, that was a perfect environment for them to exhibit it so that we continue to honor them. Besides that, the parents themselves who are treating this issue as a light issue is not inviting more chaos or more maltreatment to them themselves and their offspring. Every human being, talk less of citizen of a country, deserve to be respected because all those activities taking place because of human beings. If humans are absent, it will not happen. And so the human health should be protected first. The governors and his collaborators are well seated. And the children themselves, they are excited to entertain them. Why? Because they are performing a duty that tomorrow they want to be proud of. How many of them will be proud that during this day, it rained cat and dog on me, and I ended my journey, but in the hospital? He will only remember but those drips for the lucky ones. So, and for the parent that this bill is going to come back to them. Because sometimes we even believe that if it happens like that and there are some sick cases, the government should take care of it. But I'm saying it's a big lie. For having participated at the Mount Cameroon, we felt at Hut 2. I had to carry a patient from Hut 2 to the foot of the mountain. We went to the hospital for 3 hours. They sat us there, pretending that they were taking care of us. At the end of the day, they were looking for a way to take money from us.
Okay, why we
are when we talk things like this and we are not living around it, you have to experience it to know that we are on your own in this country.
Okay, what do you make of the fact that there are some people, we are waiting for images and maybe interviews, there are some people who felt like, just like the military, who are giving their life to die for their country, these children were like, I love my country, even if I die for my country, that's patriotic.
If you interview these children, that is what come out. You have the impression that just the fact that the governor saw them is a life-making event. And we have to understand them. The age group, the amount of information they know about life.
Okay.
That is why parents are there who are acting like guardians. Youth Day is meant for children.
But by the time the rain,
even university is an abuse to be bashing them.
By the time the rain started, we had bigger students who were marching and youth group. Because it started when the secondary schools were marching and university and youth group, they were march up.
Had they free the secondary students? Don't forget that it's not just that passage that they go and whine beside the governor. No. It has to do with the little puff that they are eating by the roadside, okay, and following and playing tabala, all those small, okay. That is it's a whole event. So if you just take but that particular part, but now if they hear that because of rain there has been momentum, they have stopped the activities, and that is going to take up after. Yes. The communication line changed. That is what we are just saying, that the message that will have gone out will have been different. It will have shown they have concern about the people they are celebrating.
Okay, because before I come to you, Pope Bertrand, let's look at this statement. Youth are the heart of great hope for a united, stable, and prosperous Cameroon. And the president said that they should keep on hoping.
Of course, and that he has no intention to ever forget about them. Listen, we might blame Mr. Buea for so many things, but we will never blame him for her master political maneuver on Cameroonian. You see, he says that youth at the heart. So for him, we are on the country is developing. For him, things are moving forward.
He's telling the youth to be hopeful.
For him,
that resilience, you know.
He said we are at the heart.
Yeah.
That is, for him, it's an evidence that things are moving. No, let me surprise you tonight, Mr. President, or any of your collaborators who is watching. Nothing is moving forward. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's take little cases. Employment. Who is employed? Who is gainfully employed in this country who can earn more than 100,000? I know, I don't know, I know 500 people in my head.
I earn more than 100,000 here.
Then I'm unable to pay transport to come to the studio. We should not be blowing grammar here. I need transport to come to the studio.
Okay.
And Mr. Moderator, I ask you that have the media made provision for the transport? You said no. So why can you come here and be telling me that you have transport? If you have transport, okay.
No, that's not what we are talking here.
Let's talk about employment.
Okay,
Mr. Moderator, we are talking the university town. Buea is a university town.
Yes.
When you are fortunate to live in an environment like Moliko,
yes,
if you are not seeing misery, you will see it with your eye. Okay. Children are looking. I mean, you see children like that. They are surviving. Prostitution everywhere. They are ready for 2,000, 1,000. They are ready to go. You steam your car like that. They are passing all their eyes on you, just waiting for you to make them enter the car. All those things, they are signs of frustration.
Their friends are in the market doing small business.
How many of them have been prepared mentally? I'm telling you that the problem of Cameroon today is that we lack role model. Sometimes we are fighting the regime not because they are totally wrong, but what they present like model does not inspire young people. They are all into church activity, or better still into gambling. They are thinking about an imaginary messiah who is going to come and help them. Where? Somebody finally should tell them that no messiah is coming, no job is coming. He is talking about 22,000 jobs. Have you seen any of them? I'm not saying. Fako has how many factories? What are we transforming in Fako? The cement industry that was there, non-armed actors have come and scared farmer out of the farm.
I'll come back to you, Cyril. Let me come now. I want us to. The president is making the youth to understand that they should keep on hoping, because things are going to find, and they should be at the center of this hope for a united, stable, and prosperous Cameroon. In other words, if they should be hoping, they should be going to school, have their certificate, keep them, be working hard, and maybe make the Cameroon change the way they want.
You are very correct. You are very correct. That's what I take the concord the president.
I'm not saying I'm explaining this is a thing.
That's the question.
And explain what it
is. Okay. Yes. Firstly, I want to really